Junior X30 at Fulbeck. The sun is shining, it's a tough, close grid, so we should be in for a pretty exciting fight. And once again, it's Angus Fender versus Gordon Much on the front row of the grid, so we should have fireworks right from the off. Pritchard Williams and Greetham are on the second row. Good to see Teddy Pritchard Williams in third place as a rookie. Ethan Pitt and Jake Douglas on the third row. Clark and Young, McQuillan and Smith. Babmeet Singh, Shane White and Ethan Rees, who'll be charging through from the far end of the grid. Here we go, we're on board with Jake Douglas, and that is the 23 directly in front of us, Ethan Pitt, as we slot into the inside line for turn one, and round the far side. What a start! That is Oliver Clark shooting around the outside in the 62, making up at least 2 or 3 places as they make their way down to the chicane for the first time, and it's all getting contact! Oh, there's a big shot there. 59, Oliver Greetham goes into the barrier. Somebody else went with him, and that was Oliver Clark that he tagged with. These two have broken clear out in front. Much leading Fender. We should get another look at that, but that was a nasty tangle, and I think that was Oliver Clark just trying to go through the field too quickly. Let's have a look and see what happened. Up on the inside of the chicane, is that Clark? Yes, look, Clark has gone to the inside of Greetham, tagged him, contact, bang, several carts in the wars.
Front wheel contact to rear wheel contact. The man doing the overtaking will always be held responsible in those circumstances. And look at the two leaders, they've broken clear out front.
Yep, they're getting away from Jake Douglas and Ethan Pitt. I have to say though, looking back on that incident at this corner 1 lap ago, you kind of have to say that was Oliver Clark getting a little bit too eager with Greetham on the first lap. What was it Ayrton Senna once said? If you don't go for a gap that exists, you're no longer a racing driver. I'm not sure it existed in the first place on that particular occasion, as Shane White moves up into 4th position there, and that was a very strong move.
Small grid this one, but Shane White started at the back of it, but he's moving forward now. He's made up half the field already. We're on board here with Jake Douglas, the onboard camera running in 3rd place up into the bus stop.
Shane White in 4th position, running very well. Oh, that's Babmeet Singh being fired across the chicane. Now he's going to have to give that back. Shane White's going for 3rd position, but he's going to get out wide. Pitt's going to get through into, Douglas is going to get through into 3rd position. Ethan Pitt is behind these two. He's got a front row seat, but Shane White is absolutely on this in 4th position. He could go for 3rd place here. Considering he started from the back, he is going to go for it into the hairpin, and Pitt's going to go with him. Brilliant overtake from Shane White, and now Pitt signalling to Douglas behind him. Come on, let's get this wannabe.
That one shot there from the drone tells you what the drone is all about. Fantastic overall view of that race action as Shane White, coming from the back of the grid, goes 3rd. Ethan Pitt goes with him, and Jake Douglas, who looks like he may have a problem to me with that kart, goes backwards.
3rd position, not bad for a rookie. Shane White, absolutely brilliant driving from him here at Fulbeck. The only 2 men in front of him are the ones that have disappeared into the distance. They just disappeared out of this shot. Gordon Much and Angus Fender. There is Gordon Much, who of course would be leading the championship, Alan, if it weren't for the incident that's now going to be known forever as Helmet Strap Gate.
If you say so. Gordon Much, yeah, he would have been leading the championship. His championship lead was affected by that decision to exclude him after the race for his helmet strap being undone. That is under appeal, I have to say. Gordon Much is not without his supporters. I have to say to the John Clark Motor Group is supporting Gordon Much, and this is his last year in karting, by the way, and John is putting a lot of investment behind Gordon's racing career moving forward, and you can expect to see him in the upper echelons of motorsport, potentially the very top echelon of motorsport, such as the support that Gordon has. He's out front at the moment, but he's under pressure there from Angus Fender.
Guess the next time at Le Mans 24 Hours, maybe I'll see him one day. That's an interesting...
I think that's a definite possibility. That's as a minimum, I think we'll see him at Le Mans.
Okay, so Gordon Much currently fighting off Angus Fender. A little further into the race, we're back on board with Douglas. Where are White and Ethan Pitt? Well, they're blips in the distance, as you can see. Now, you were right, Alan. He does have some issues there. It's looking like the brakes are overheating. That's probably why he's dropping back as far as he is. He's actually dropped back out of the top 5, because up into 5th position has come Ethan Rees.
Yeah, looks like bright brakes binding and overheating. That's always going to be a problem. May see him pulling off with that sort of issue. Still much that leads it from Angus Fender. Fender is the championship leader. He, of course, is the one that inherited that lead after the decision to exclude Gordon Much from the race at Landau. But don't forget, as I said before, that decision is under appeal. If he gets that overturned, it puts him right back into contention, but he does need to get it overturned on appeal to put himself back into contention, to be fair.
And we've already talked about the superlatives for the man on the Mad Croc chassis. Number 61, Gordon Much leading the race. You can say an awful lot about the gold chassis driver as well, Angus Fender. He is the championship leader. He's right on the tail of the Scot. And this is going to be pretty much the box seat to be in, isn't it? Within a couple of minutes when we run out of time on the clock. Because going into the penultimate lap, he has the opportunity to snatch it off Gordon Much in the final couple of corners. And considering how close this battle is between the two of them, it will be a really interesting spectacle when we get there.
Yeah, I like Angus Fender. I like Angus Fender a lot, both on and off the track. Very smart, always has something to say. He's always very complimentary about the other drivers. Always has something positive to say about them and the battle that they've had, and that's one of the things that I really like about Angus. Always keeps his head, never seems to allow the red mist to descend, and I think moving forward he's another driver with the right sort of financial backing, and I think he has got some. We'll definitely see him racing cars at some point.
You know who always used to be like that, don't you? Dario Franchitti, 4 times an IndyCar Series champion and 3 times an Indy 500 winner. So Angus Fender keeping up that sort of profile, keeping his image on and off the circuit as squeaky clean as that. Who knows? Very marketable young man, especially if he gets a championship on the board. And look, a little further into the race, he's picked his moment.
Out of shot of the cameras, Jake. Out of shot of the cameras, he's made his way past. Now, I think that was down in the boot, but we never picked it up, unfortunately. But he's made his way past. Apparently a little bit controversial, according to some. May have been a little bit of contact, but he's through, and look, he's clearing off.
And look who's catching them up. Shane White in the 42. He's going to run out of time. The gap is too big, but Shane White in the 42 hasn't been told that. He is going for it. Look, full guns blazing. There was a massive gap between these two and Shane White a while ago, but the 42 is knuckling down and getting on with it. That's a name that going into the 2017 season, we could see him at the front every weekend. Shane White doing a cracking job here at Fulbeck. We're back on board with Jake Douglas. Let's listen.
Yeah, he's pulling off the circuit.
All sorts
he's
of
coming
issues.
in. There you go, into the pits. Jake Douglas is out of the race with those brake problems. Into the last lap though, it's Angus Fender that's pulled away. Gordon Much chasing. Shane White again. Jake, another rookie. Very, very impressive. One of the best seasons. Well, no, let me clarify. It's the best season for rookies this year. Unbelievable, the quality of the rookies this season.
In every single Super 1 class. I couldn't agree with you more, Alan, and Shane White is definitely in that category of best of the rookies. It's going to be an interesting debate at the end of the year to talk about who has been the best rookie, because there are so many of them. But Fender, an important victory over Gordon Much, and very timely in the championship fight. Shane White, take your bow, sir. 3rd position with a fighting, gutsy drive, and the leading rookie, Ethan Pitt, in front of Ethan Rees, with Oliver Clark rounding out the top 6. McLennan Smith, Greetham, and Pritchard Williams round out the top 10.
So Angus, perfect weekend for you. You know, just talk us through how you're feeling at the moment.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Great weekend for me. Managed to win both heats and then both finals as well. So maximum points, great for the championship. Well done to Gordon. Well done to Shane, who came from last to 3rd, which is a great result. But of course, the biggest thanks has to go to Scott Allen from J Karts. He did a cracking job all weekend. Made sure the car was exactly perfect, start to finish.
And talk us through the move of the lead, because you know you lost the lead for a while, but got it back just when it mattered.
Yeah, I spent most of the race size on that move. I knew I had the pace in hand, so I could buy my time and just wait for the right opportunity to occur. Managed to get a car back coming out of the complex, and then we're side by side for the next corner, and I was able to get the move done, and then was able to just stretch my legs for the last 2 laps.
And did you ever feel you would have had the pace to maybe make the move sooner, or were you just waiting for that last lap?
I was waiting for the latest opportunity possible, so that I knew I would have the least time to defend, and therefore least chance to make any errors. But it turned out the move was good enough that I didn't have to defend at all. I pulled enough of a gap out straight away. Yeah, so perfect weekend for me. Thanks.
And you know, this must be good for your championship now. Where do you think you're going to be standing?
Well, very strong. I came in leading championship, and then after the maximum haul of points, it really does favour me out in the end. So looking forward to the next round here at Larkhall.
The tall, well-spoken, mild-mannered champion in the waiting. There's another Matt Neal, you're looking at him right there. Angus Fender leading Ethan Pitt in the championship with Harry McQuillan, Gordon Mutch and Shane White, the rookie, in tow. This is going to be an interesting fight between those two, but coming up next, we've got action aplenty from Honda Cadet. Hang on to something.